everyone. Welcome back to Raise to Rise podcast, a place where we discuss bite-sized wisdom nuggets with easy-to-follow practices to live a better life. Raise to Rise podcast is supported by Ayurvedic Seva. Ayurvedic Seva is an herbal dietary supplement line set out to change the industry by dedicating the company to quality, safety, and holistic approach on making the wellness journey safe, healthy, and natural. If you want to start adding some natural herbs in your diet, then head over to ayurvedicseva.com and use our promo code RAISE2RISE for 30% discount. Once again, head over to ayurvedicseva.com and use our promo code RAISE2RISE for 30% discount. I am your host, Mital Patel, a parenting junkie, Ayurveda enthusiast, and an advocate of conscious living. Today, I wanted to share some insights on my absolute favorite topic, and that is balancing our doshas in mind. Ayurveda, pronounced as I, your, Ve, the, is the world's oldest health system, originating in India over 5,000 years ago. This sister science of yoga teaches us the importance of balance between mind and body for the radiant health. Also, it is important to make a note here that our mind is not our brain. So now you would ask, really? What is mind then? Well, the mind is a manifestation of all the mental states, such as thoughts, emotions, perceptions, beliefs, memory, and imagination. Whereas the brain is the hardware that allows us to experience these mental states. The Vedic studies defines the mind as the awareness of consciousness. Now, as per Ayurveda, within everyone, we have three components to our constitution known as doshas, and they are Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. To learn more about these doshas in particular, check out our Raise to Rise episodes 5, 6, and 7. But from the most basic and simplistic viewpoint, Vata governs the movement, creativity, and a deeper spiritual connection. Pitta provides the energy for action and the alchemy of change. And Kapha is grounding. It helps us connect to the earth and stay calm. If one has too much kapha, they will feel lethargic. If one has too much pitta, they will be too active and risk burning themselves and others. When one has too much vata, air can create the spaciness, inability to focus, or take meaningful actions. Excess in one dosha can cause deficiency in another. That's the point to remember. When the doshas are balanced, we can stay centered in our wisdom while creativity, engaging, and problem solving and taking action on necessary change. So today I wanted to share 3 steps in supporting balanced doshas in our mind. Number 1 is pay attention to what you ingest. Now, this is about far more than food and drinks. Everything we see, hear, smell, taste, and touch provides us the information. It feeds our mind and body. Some things we can control and some we can't. For example, we can't control what people post on social media or how the media reports the story. But we can definitely choose what and how much we ingest. We might even need a healthy emotional diet to pay attention to what we ingest. Few simple lifestyle changes I made in order to support my mind. Just like they say, we are what we read, watch, and listen. And I honestly think it's true, and I follow it religiously. I avoid reading newspaper, watching news, or TV, except if it's educational, and that too if it was recommended by my mentor or friends. I prefer to read spiritual scriptures and listen to pure, empowering podcasts in the morning. I repeat some positive intentional affirmations to feed my visualization. I delete those negative messages on social media even without reading them. Because once we read them, we tend to create thoughts of criticism, anger, and pain. And so I like to avoid those energy depleters. I do 5 to 10 minutes of meditation in bed and sleep after I pray. My phone is full of self-help and uplifting books. Any moment I feel disturbed, I immediately read or listen something, and this helps me to stop the series of negative thoughts. In short, we can always choose what we ingest. Step number 2 to support balance or doshas in mind is by digesting what you ingest. A lack of mindfulness and a denial can lead to energetic and emotional constipation. Yes, you heard it right. I said emotional constipation. It is much like how the food takes too long to digest will cause physical constipation. Digestion is what turns food into nutrients, thought into action, toxins into waste, and emotions into self-awareness. It's the ignition within us. And when it's weak, everything else goes haywire, from our skin to our hormones to our mood to our thoughts. Even 10 minutes of daily of intentionally being quiet and focusing on the breath can help us in digestion. Journaling is another excellent way to digest. I do it all the time. Step number 3, assimilate or eliminate prevents backup. As we are digesting our food, our body determines what nutrients it needs to absorb. And whatever is left is eliminated, hopefully. Similarly, we need to eliminate leftover information from our mind. How often do we do that with all the information we take in? Seriously, have you ever thought about it? Especially in our information and technology era, all we do is feed. Do we ever think about eliminating? Or what do we need to keep and maybe processing it a bit more, and what can we surrender? Creating balance is a mindful process that requires the awareness. And balance will have a magnificent ripple effect in all areas of our life, even if we only give it a partial attention. Just like in pre-flight safety messages, the flight attendants remind passengers to put the oxygen mask on first before assisting family or those in need. Similarly, helping ourselves create the balance within ourselves must happen before we can help others most effectively and efficiently as possible. And on that note, I can pretty much guarantee no single choice will do more for your well-being this year than learning how to consciously balance your mind and body. Thank you for listening to Race to Rise podcast. We would absolutely love to hear your thoughts about our today's episode. Please let me know you have listened to this episode and fill me with your aha moment. Share it on Instagram, tag me with the hashtag Race to Rise or at Mital's Conscious Parenting, and I would love to share those to my stories and shout you out there. So please go ahead and tag me on Instagram, and I would also love if you subscribe, rate, and review the podcast. It's our brand new podcast launch, and we have some bonus giveaways going on for the top raters and reviewers. Also, I would love to send you my 7-day parenting journal absolutely for free. All you gotta do is leave me a review in the iTunes store, take a screenshot, and email it over at raisetourisepodcast@gmail.com. Again, take a screenshot of the review and email me at raisetorisepodcast@gmail.com, and I will send you the 7-day parenting journal. Thank you so much for being the active listener of this podcast. I am so grateful for each and every one of you. Thank you for raising your consciousness and rising as joyful beings.